Lesson 2 in the Gang Stalking Training Manual. This is reading for target individuals, and this is called Surveillance. This is Mark Cohen. He moved from Queens on Corporal Kennedy Boulevard to my building to buy a co-op to stalk me. He's a gang stalker. The information in this book is called Bright Light on Dark Shadows by Dr. Rowney Lena Lucanen Kilday. Chapter 18 in this book deals with a manual on gang stalking. So today we will go to chapter 2, right here. It comes from a website called Targeted Justice, and this is on surveillance. So surveillance is the foundation of all operations. Both community-based agent, CBA, visual surveillance, and advanced electronic surveillance are used. This chapter will cover only local agent visual surveillance. Your local lead agent will schedule surveillance watches for each target in that community. Every target will have at least one CBA watching them at all times, while at home and asleep. Each CBA surveillance team will be given a cell phone number for reporting target actions and movement to the local control center. So you realize, targeted individuals, that we're being watched 24 hours a day, at home and asleep. So actions to be reported to the control center, but are not limited to: target turns lights on to start the day, target uses toilet or shower, target exits residence, target drives away, target arrives at work, target shops or visits any establishment or location, target arrives home, target eats meal at home or restaurant, target engages in sexual activity, target turns lights off at the end of the day, target turns lights on in the middle of the night, target travels out of town. Some of these observations will be performed by the Electronic Corps, EA, but CBAs should attempt to make and report as many detailed observations of target activity as possible. The reason such detail is necessary is that the punishment phase of active surveillance requires that the supervisors customize each punishment action to match the personality of the target, and the needs to make each punishment action appear like life's normal breaks. One important punishment function of surveillance is to sensitize the target. Targets are never told they are under surveillance or being punished. Instead, close, active surveillance and other activities happening far too frequently to be written off as life's normal breaks will eventually cause the target to realize they are under surveillance and punishment. As a community-based CBA, you will be given specific instructions on exactly when, where, and how to carry out punishment actions. As long as you carry out punishment and instructions exactly as given, there is no way the target will be believed if they complain to law enforcement. How well the punishment actions work depends on how accurate and complete your reports are in many situations. The control center acquires access to properties or apartments immediately next to the target's homes or apartments. Because Electronic Corps has the through-the-wall surveillance and punishment equipment, they will be reporting target activity along with community-based agents. In a typical setup, CBAs may post in a parked car by the target's home or apartment and can be observed overnight, for example. So, this paragraph is extremely true. In the apartment building I live in, to the left, to the right, and underneath me, the control center has access to the apartments next to me. In Greenwich, Connecticut, where I lived in a townhouse, the building, the unit next to me, the mafia people from this Targeted Justice gang stalking gang paid the people to move out so that they could move into the apartment next to me in Greenwich, Connecticut. So in New York and Connecticut, I've had the apartment next to me occupied by these gang stalking monsters. In this setup, the CBA car may be instructed to call using the walkie-talkie cell phones. Another CBA team may be waiting nearby to follow the target. Or you may be assigned to follow the target yourself. You will receive instructions from your local center as to following the target. Targets in transit may either be covertly or visibly followed. When in doubt, hang back a bit and contact the center for instructions, as targets in transit can present many unanticipated situations. The center will always have the target's position monitored, so if a target gives the CBA the slip, it will assign other appropriate community-based agents to pick up the target target at the earliest opportunity. Be sure to notify the control center immediately if you lose the target. When applying the visible following of a target, making the target uncomfortable because of your presence, you will be given instructions as to when to break off the following. Another CBA team may pick up the visible following, but once you have broken away, they advise that you are clear and ready for the next assignment. So here you have the surveillance, that is organized crime and organized surveillance. These people are trained to surveil us, targeted individuals. I hope you enjoyed this. The next chapter is obviously intercepts.